We're going. We're
We're going.
live.
We're live straight off the bat. How are you, Levi?
It's so good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Good to see you as well. How's the
Yeah.
weather up there? Heard you guys been
It
getting dumped on.
yeah, last week we got anywhere from like 6, 7 feet at lake level to 10, 12 feet up high. We got buried, but unfortunately we're getting like 2 inches of rain today.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, that's
But
brutal.
at least I'm here in the morning to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
no
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 biking though.
skiing
No
today.
biking. Yeah, no biking for you anytime soon, huh?
No, I haven't been on my bike for months. Yeah. How are you? Are you tired?
I'm a bit buckled from the travel, not so much from the race, just from the last day, so on stage 7 of UAE Tour, we finished, and then that night at like 2 a.m. we flew home. So you've
Oh,
done 7 days of racing and then you stay up all night and travel 7-hour flight back to Barcelona.
why? Why was that organized?
The charter flight that the race did, that's what time it was, so you had no choice.
Like everyone was on the same flight?
Yeah, everybody was on the same flight.
So where did you fly to?
So the charter went from Abu Dhabi to Brussels, but there was another flight option that took you from Abu Dhabi to Barcelona, and I was just
Oh,
on that one. So that was easier for me instead of having to go Brussels then Barcelona, you know. So
yeah, well, so they chartered two flights.
no, mine wasn't a charter. Our team actually bought this flight for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, but everybody else was on the charter, and I was a bit bummed, kind of, but kind of not, because on the way there, each team had 3 seats, business class, and I got one of them. So that was
Hmm.
nice, you know, putting the legs up, real luxury. And then I was probably going to get it on the way back as well, because every team got three, but didn't get it. Was stuck in economy.
So let's talk about it. Your first World
Yeah,
Tour race, like
yeah, kicked that off.
how were your expectations? Like, let's talk about, you're talking to Cole 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
What are you telling Cole? Like, okay, this is what it was compared to what you were expecting.
Yeah, well, I think I maybe had a bit of a unrealistic expectation for the TT. I think if I had a better time slot, I could have done better because the wind really changed. Like from the first slot to the last slot, the wind like quadrupled. It was at points even hard to like stay in the sticks. But I don't know. To be honest, I feel like the UA Tour isn't a great representation of like proper World Tour racing in Europe, only because the roads are so wide that like,
Hmm.
yeah, there's position fights, and you still have to be in good position and whatnot, but it's not like European positioning where the road is 5 guys wide max, and you
Yeah.
know everybody's going into pinch points and stuff. So I think I went into the race pretty relaxed, and that definitely helped. I didn't like stress myself out in my head, like, oh my God, my first World Tour race, I don't belong here. Like, I think that's kind of why the team we did so well, was just because everybody's like relaxed, and we are actually confident and believe that we belong in the peloton and that we're ready for the challenge to race against the best guys in the world. But I think I would have told myself before the race, um, would be just to enjoy the moment, you know? I mean, you only get to do your
Mm.
first World Tour race once, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no other I mean, there's really nowhere else as cool as like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Like, dude, the last day we rode through, they closed downtown Abu Dhabi, or maybe it was Dubai down. I think it was Abu Dhabi, and we went right under the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the
That's
world.
cool.
And
Yeah.
you're just like, you're looking around, and it was really cool because our director, Alex Howes, was on the radio. He was like, guys, take a moment and realize that you're riding through downtown Abu Dhabi right now. This is pretty fucking badass. And we're just
Yeah.
like, and you're looking around, and it's like, it's really, really cool. They modeled part of it after Rodeo Drive. So it like,
Oh.
it looked really, really cool. And it was just pretty
So
surreal
you
that,
so you felt you felt a little like piece of slice of home there.
yeah,
Like SoCal home, yeah.
yeah, a little slice of home. Um, but no, yeah, it was just, at points it was pretty surreal because, you know, the race isn't super hard the entire time. So you have like a bit of time to kind of relax and just like look around and enjoy the bike ride.
Mhm. Mhm.
And, Yeah, it was a really cool first World Tour race for me. I mean, it's nice to
Nice.
tick that off. Yeah.
So I saw a photo of like you and Remco going on the attack. Was that the last day?
That was the last day. That
That's
was the
cool.
last day.
That was a
Yeah, it
really cool photo.
was.
Like you're like he's on your wheel.
Yeah. Well, that was the only time that he was on my wheel. The rest of the time, I was chewing my stem on his wheel. I
Yeah.
didn't really know how, like, obviously you know how good Remco is, but like you don't realize how arrow he is until you are
Hmm.
chasing him full gas and you have zero draft. I couldn't even pull through at some points. Like he flicks me off and he's soft pedaling and I cannot maintain the speed that he was going on the front. It's just not possible for me.
Yeah.
And so that was a bit of an eye opener, like, fuck, this guy's good, huh? It's it's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, but that was pretty cool. That was short-lived though. We got caught after like 8 minutes, but
Yeah.
just to follow him for the first 3 minutes, I did 540 watts in his wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was he the one to attack?
Yeah, he attacked and then I followed him. And yeah, he
You were
sat on
just
the
in the
front for
right
3
place, the
minutes.
right time.
Yeah, and if you watch the race, it's only on the YouTube version because the live stream on HBO Max and stuff wasn't up yet because this was at the beginning of the race. But he puts the peloton starts chasing full gas with like all the because we ended up having Harold Tejada, Pablo Castrillo, and Remco in this move. So it was, in hindsight, this was really stupid, and I should have just immediately gone back to the bunch because this move it really isn't going anywhere when you have three guys that are in GC. Harold
Uh,
was in fourth on GC. I don't know where Pablo was, and then Remco was 10th on GC. But yeah,
yeah,
the peloton
UAE is
was
not gonna let that go.
no, but yeah, the peloton was scrambling. All the guys were saying in the bunch how hard it was, and they couldn't imagine how hard it was
Yeah.
up there in the front. So yeah, I
Well,
get. I mean, that was a
it was worth the photo and the story and the
yeah,
experience.
yeah. It was definitely worth the photo because that photo's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But
Next time you can maybe pass on it, but this time I
yeah,
think it was worth it for you.
yeah, yeah. But it was a good learning experience to like. I mean,
Yeah.
going in the break, you have to know who's up the road, and if it makes sense because if there's a GC
Hmm.
guy behind, they're probably gonna chase and not let you get time. So
Yeah.
that's good. It's a good thing to know in the future. Like
Yeah, you got to
probably,
study the results.
yeah, you should probably
Hmm.
know who you're up the road with.
That reminds me of a time when it was the 2006 Tour de France, and I had, in my first whatever 3 or 4 tours, I've always finished in the top 10, so I kind of was known as a GC guy. But this was like 3 days to go. We were
Uh-huh.
almost at the end, and I was like in 13th on GC, but like way down, like I don't know, like totally out of it, like
Yeah.
to where the GC teams aren't going to chase me. And I made it into the break. And everybody was started yelling at me like, "No, you can't be here. Go back." And I'm like, no, you guys, like, you don't understand. I'm so far down. They're not going to chase, And they
Yeah.
finally, like, I think their director said, "Oh, it's okay." But
Yeah.
it reminded me of the same thing. Like, hey, you guys aren't studying the results good enough.
Well, I mean, you were like the Remco of that time, so I mean, I could imagine if
Oh, I
Remco gets in
wish.
a dude, what? Yeah, you were. Did you
No,
watch the
no.
race at all? I know
I
you
did.
texted
I
me
mean,
after the first stage when Del Toro won.
yeah,
That was
yeah, that
pretty
was
crazy.
impressive.
Yeah.
So, but I have a question because our last podcast, you were talking about how they built some new road that was hella steep, but it doesn't seem like you guys did it.
We did on stage 3, we did the mountaintop finish, Jabal Mabra. It was like the last 8 Ks were at 13% or
Okay.
something.
That's when what's his name won?
When
Remind me.
Taberi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looked hard. So that was the new climb.
Yeah, I think I need to correct myself. I don't know if they built this road for this climb because they were or for this race because there were mountains around there, like, it was a mountain. So I don't know
Yeah.
if they
And
I
it
mean,
looks like a normal road, but
y
it's a new road.
yeah, they haven't used it in the
Okay.
race before.
Uh-huh.
Um, that was horrible. I couldn't imagine
For
racing up that.
for some reason I thought that climb was the final climb of the whole
Mm-mm.
race, but
No.
not the other, it was the other way around.
Yeah, it was the other way around. But yeah, that climb was brutal. Like, I was in Gruppetto going up that, and, I think I did 300 watts average for, like, 40 minutes and 50 RPM.
Mm.
So not great, not great on the
Sounds like
knees.
you sounds like you didn't have the right gear.
No, I had a 56.43 on the front
Ooh.
and then a
How's that
36 in the
how's that
back.
shifting? That's a big drop.
Well, you don't shift much during the race.
Yeah, I guess you shifted once.
Yeah, I shifted
Yeah,
once. Yeah,
yeah.
and that was
So you're
okay.
super careful when you do it.
Yeah, but what's weird about this stage, I was telling everybody in the bunch because I saw Remco, he had a one by chainring on when we started. Like when we rolled off the start, he had a one by chainring on. And then I looked back at the race like on video and he was racing up the climb with a two by. So he must have done a bike change or something during the race. But that's so weird why
Mm.
the team thought that it would be more energy saving to ride with a one
Yeah,
by for the stage and then change the bike before that.
yeah.
Is so
I
weird.
I don't think that math doesn't add up.
No, I
There's
wonder
no way.
if that was an oversight. That's a massive oversight on Red Bull's part.
Maybe they were testing, I don't know, like thinking about the future, but yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Bike switching bikes costs so much energy.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause like
Especially with we
when does the rate? I mean, so you're gonna ride this like quote unquote more aero bike for the flat part, but then you can't switch right at the bottom. You have to
no,
switch quite a ways before.
yeah. At least 20 Ks before the bottom of this climb because
Hmm.
we started drag racing. So like went out
Yeah.
on this highway and everybody was drag racing to this U-turn and then we hit this U-turn, super narrow U-turn. I win it to this U-turn and we come out of it and then it's like 2 Ks after the U-turn we turn right onto this super twisty road where you cannot make up position.
Ooh.
And then I pulled off right before that right-hand turn and my job was done. But you would have had to have changed bikes 20 minutes before this if you wanted to quote save energy. Otherwise, you would be chasing quite.
Yeah, that's interesting. You sure
Yeah.
he was on that bike when he started?
Yeah, I'm sure because
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? This guy thinks he's that good. He's pretty confident. One by
But
up
but he was
15% climb.
dropped.
Yeah, he went really hard at the bottom and then I think overpaced and cooked himself. He was like
Hmm.
cramping and all this stuff. I don't know. He loves to put on a show.
I'm a fan of Del Toro. I mean, I love his style on the bike. I think he's like super relaxed. He rides like within himself. He doesn't get caught up in what anyone else is doing. But I gotta say, like, I watched that stage, and when I think of back to the Giro last year in the Finestra, sometimes he gets a little too relaxed. Like he's just, a
Yeah.
little too chill because he misses the boat. And I
Yeah.
think he missed the boat that day. Like
Yeah, for sure if
he
he
tried to get across to Barry, but it was too late.
yeah. Look, I don't know what it's like to be in his position, but maybe that's the way that he manages like the stress and the pressure in his head. Like I can only imagine when UAE is riding for you in their home race and you're on
Yeah.
such a team like that and you're so young, it must be stressful.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's gonna gain experience and
Yeah,
have a better feel for how to pace and how to follow. Like clearly could have followed Tiberi.
yeah,
Of course, there's other riders to watch, but like you kind of have to have a feeling of like, that's getting away from me. I better like I mean, think he had Adam Yates, right? So he should have maybe put him on the front a little earlier or something. But
yeah,
anyway, interesting. But in the end,
yes.
it didn't matter because he won.
Yeah, yeah, it didn't matter. To be honest, I thought that he kind of fucked himself when he won the first stage, and then everybody knew that whoever won the first stage went last in the TT, which is so weird, by the way. I don't know why this
Mhm.
race they do this because normally I thought that it was just reverse order of GC.
Wait,
That's what I
yeah, but he was leading the GC because he won the stage.
yes, but everybody else got to pick their time slots.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Like, so everybody got to pick the time slot that they wanted to go in. Like, the teams got to decide who got to go where, except for the leader. He had to go last. So it was a massive disadvantage to win the
But that's
first
not the
stage.
rule. How can they go past the
I know.
rule?
That's what we were all saying. Like, what? How the fuck is this? Is not normal for a a TT to go like this. Because I wanted to go first, obviously, but they put our two GC guys first, so I went in the third time slot, and Yeah, everybody that's why like the whole top 10 was basically everybody that went in the first wave because the wind everybody
Hmm.
knew that it was going to get so windy in the later waves. Um
So you knew that before the first stage. I mean,
yeah,
obviously you knew that. Yeah. That's
yeah,
so
everybody
crazy.
knew that.
That only ever happens in prologues. I mean,
Yeah, I know it's really weird why they did it like this. So it like super disadvantage to
yeah.
Del Toro. And then so
Yeah.
he lost 40 seconds in the TT and after that, I thought that it was over because, you know, I expected Remco to be, uh, going better than he was. So I was like, 40 seconds, surely he doesn't lose 40 seconds the rest of this race, but
Was it clear that the wind was going to pick up on the TT before stage one started?
um, I think so.
I mean, that's like 36 hours beforehand. I'm sure that's a pretty reliable forecast.
Yeah, I think we all knew that it was going to get windy. I don't think we
Hmm.
thought it was going to get as windy as it did because there was points like so we you go out and you have like a bit of a cross tailwind you do this sweeping right hand turn and then a sweeping left hand turn into like a dead headwind straight and the start guys you know they could push all the way through and then the headwind section was maybe 10 k's an hour but then by
Hmm.
me already I had to stop pedaling around the right hand turn because the crosswind was so bad it like just shoves you all the way onto the side of the road and then the headwind section I was doing 470 for 5-ish minutes and was going 46K an hour average.
Because
So,
you guys were on like an island or something, right?
yeah, we were, like, on, like, this little alcove,
Yeah.
across the
But you're
water from
surrounded by water, so it's going to be windy out there.
yeah, super windy. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, but to be honest, it wasn't as, like, straightforward as I thought it was gonna be in terms of pacing. Like, it wasn't just
Hmm.
a
Point and shoot.
yeah, it wasn't just a 6, 7 minute all out effort and then you could just hold on because it was like quite technical after the headwinds straight where you needed to like be able to like sit up and breathe and take the corners well and then get back on the gas and really push in between each corner. So like I would have done the pacing a bit different, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I kind of like I went so hard through the headwind section that I on, like, the middle part of the course, like, or through the corners, I kind of, like, lost my head a bit and like, I let off a little bit too much, but in
But
any
how do
case,
you
it
think, like, if you take just the guys around you that started around you, like whatever, 15, 20 on each side,
hmm,
how did you do then? Like, because it sounds like the guys who went first, it's just a completely different race. So it's not
yeah,
really fair of yourself to compare to them.
yeah.
But what about the guys around you?
Yeah, I didn't really look, to be honest, about the guys around me. I kinda just was a bit demoralized after seeing the result sheet and how far down I was. But
I
then
mean, I
looking
think
at
it would be worth it for you to, if you can, go back and I
yeah,
think you'd learn more about that than
yeah.
just the overall result.
I mean, there was a guy 2 or 3 slots behind me who went 7th or 8th, Dan Houle, but
Yeah, well, yeah.
he would have been a podium contender for that TT because, um, he won a TT in the Giro last year, and he's super,
Yeah.
super strong, and a TT like this suits him. But, yeah, I think he lost, like, 30 seconds on, uh, Tarling, who's a good competitor for him, who he would match up against. So maybe if I added 30 seconds onto my time, I would have been in the 40th to 50th range, which
Uh-huh.
I think for like I
You
prefer
mean
a long
subtracted.
yeah, sorry, subtracted
Yeah.
30 seconds from
Yeah.
my time. Um, but to be honest, I think that I'm a bit of a longer TT kind of guy. Like I prefer 40 minutes or an hour long where I can just settle into like a high threshold because the shorter one, it's like it's too explosive for me. Even like 14 minutes, it's just like couldn't really settle into a good groove, but I don't know. I think it's a discipline that I will obviously get better at and look forward to getting better at.
Yeah, I feel like, when I think back to prologues, there is no there's no groove. It's a panic, controlled chaos. Like I don't think you ever feel um like it's flowing. You never feel
Yeah.
flowing. You're just full panic. Um you know, it's like you're panting the whole time. You
Yeah,
just
because like
you have to kind of you have to push past that flow state or flowing feeling.
yeah, because how hard I had to push in that first part of the TT and like how high my heart rate was, there's like you fuck up. You know, you're
Uh-huh.
not really like in flow state, so to speak. But I don't know. Obviously something to try and get better at. Definitely I need looking at pictures of myself, definitely things that I could do better in my position. Like I was going so hard that I was only focused on the effort in the legs and not actually how arrow I was, which is another good thing. Like in that headwind section, if I had like actually tucked my shoulders and head, probably could have gone a lot faster. But you live and you learn, Levi.
Yeah.
You live and
You
you
get, you
learn.
know, it's just it's like small increments of gain over time. You just get to keep chipping away at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah, and
What's
then the other
yeah, go ahead.
days we were just doing lead outs for Riley and he got 3 top 10s, 3 World Tour top 10s for a first year pro team is pretty good, I think.
Hmm. And then what's his name? Brian or
Byron.
Byron? He
Byron, yeah.
was top 10 GC or
Close. We couldn't quite get
close?
him in. I think if he had gone in the first wave in the TT, maybe we could have got him there because he was only
Uh,
like 10, 15 seconds off the top 10. Um, but no, he ended up 13th or 14th on GC, which for him, I mean, he's a neo pro, so
yeah.
super proud of him and how he rode because he dropped Remco on the
Hmm.
on Jebel feet, so that was pretty cool.
How did you guys compare to the other Pro Conti teams there? Who were the other Pro Conti teams?
36.5 and Tudor were there.
Tudor's not World Tour?
No, I don't think so. I think they're Pro Conti still. The only Pro Conti team that got leveled up was Uno X.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Q36.5's GC guy might have crashed on the second to last day and he broke his collarbone or something. So
Oh
I
no.
don't I don't know if Q36.5 had a pony up there in the top 10, but I think Tudor had a guy up there in the top 10s. But to be honest,
Yeah. Was that
I think
Voisard?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The Swiss kid.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think better than any team in this race, we rode cohesively as a unit all day,
Uh-huh.
every day. Like even when it was easy, we just said, yeah, we're either gonna all commit to sitting at the back and I would be the guy that would smooth out the surginess. So like, when it goes really like there was one day that was pretty undulating and we had a guy in the break and yeah, we decided to sit on the back the whole day. And yeah, like we over these little rises and stuff, it would really get strung out and like you'd be doing 600 watts fighting over the top, but I would just smooth it out for the guys and make it a really easy effort so guys could save energy. And I would do this every day, whether it was out of a corner or over a little overpass or something. I would just smooth out the ride for the guys on my wheel, and take the brunt of the force. Or if it's a crosswind, if you have like a head cross or a tail cross, I would just sit out in the wind and let
Hmm.
Byron or Stefan or Riley sit in my wheel on the left and give them. So I was like, everybody was saying, "Oh man, fuck UAE's like the worst race for the classics. Like you're gonna detrain." But for me, it was great. I was kind of just like
No.
half in the wind all day, and it was like a motor pacing day, like speeding the legs, all good. So it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, a couple things like I had teammates like you that would sit in the wind, and I mean, it's such a benefit. Like, obviously, it's easier on the legs, but just not having to fight for a wheel in the gutter is it's
Mhm,
so huge. Like, you get to
mhm.
relax, and it does smooth it out, and it definitely saves your guys for later on. So, like, good work. I mean,
Yeah,
that's being a good teammate, and that's super valuable, and that's a role that will always be needed, and all the other teams see that, so that's like super beneficial for you personally. And then the other thing is like there's no detraining at any race. I mean, in fact, those races that are like a little easier end up being really good for your form because they don't absolutely kill you. They actually tune you up, I think.
Yeah, and, even just today, I went on a recovery ride, like, I took yesterday off, obviously, because it was a travel day, and today I went easy for an hour, and I could even feel just, like, my legs were turning so well, and I, like, felt
Uh-huh.
pretty snappy, like, I just
Uh-huh.
wanted to, like, zoom up climbs, and I mean, it was basically 7 days of behind a moto.
Yeah.
If we do 50, 48K an hour average for 3, 4 hours.
Dude, that's perfect. I mean,
It was honestly, like, a perfect race for me just to, like, kind of ease into the form because I don't wanna
uh
be on flying form in February, I wanna hit it in April, you know, when when I race Roubaix. So,
yeah.
uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next races, like, I already leave tomorrow for Kern-Brussels-Kern in opening weekend, so
Oh.
shit, I'm kinda nervous.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
be, but use that nervous energy to like focus and stay in the front.
yeah,
Dude, like just you gotta switch on and you don't switch off till you cross that finish line.
Yeah, dude, I watched, the entirety of KBK, 2025 version yesterday and was taking notes and stuff, and it looks fucking brutal, man, like, the best guys in the world are attacking on every climb, like, wow, Van Aert is sending full nukes, and the peloton's in a line all day, and it's, like, getting
Mm.
split up and then coming back together, split up, coming back together, and
I
yeah,
mean, your inclination is gonna want to be like sit on the wheel and get in the draft, but like which you obviously want to do, but you want to do that in the front, and you do not want to leave the front. Like it's so much harder in the back, the middle, or the back of those races. You're just getting whipped around.
yeah,
Like you're just getting toyed with, and it's so hard because of that whiplash effect and always fighting to come back that you'll never have the energy. You'll have the energy just to make contact again, and then you're gonna be like, okay, I just gotta sit here for a second, and then you're gonna get like snapped off
ye
again.
yeah, yeah,
So
so
just get to the front and do not leave it, man.
and yeah, so how KBK works, you've done KBK or no?
No, I did E3 and Flanders. Those were the two Flanders cobble classics I did.
Fuck, you did Flanders, bro?
Yeah, I
How'd you
finished
go?
too. I
You
finished.
finished? No way, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah. I had to when we got to the Pattersburg, like it was, it was already breaking up and I was in the back or middle or back or whatever. And it got so congested. I had to walk up it. Yeah. I remember a
Oh,
fan came out and grabbed my bike and walked my bike up for me.
oh shit, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. But I finished in like a group, made the time cut. It was my very first year on US Postal.
Shit, no way.
No,
So
it was
was,
my second. It was my second
what
year.
so, you must have been there with George then.
Yeah. Yeah, George and I did Flanders together. Yeah. Eric
That's cool.
Decker from Rabobank won the race.
Eric Decker, sounds familiar, the name.
Yeah. Um, yeah, he won Tour de France stages. Like
Oh,
he
did he?
was a big deal. Amstel Gold. I was teammates
Impressive.
later with him on
Oh, on
Rabobank, but
Rabobank?
I
Yeah,
don't remember how George. I'm sure George did pretty well. He was certainly ahead of me, but I don't
yeah.
remember
Yeah, well,
his placing.
he's gonna be there at Kern, and he
Yeah.
won that race, so hopefully he was because I was telling him he was at UAE Tour, and I was telling him, I was like,
Wait, did he win Kern? I thought he because I know he won Ghent Wevelgem.
"Yeah, he won Kern and Ghent."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we were in UAE, and I was looking at the forecast, and it's supposed to rain for Kern, at like 45 degrees and raining, and I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be brutal." And he's like, "Oh, you boys are soft now. I won Kern when it was
No,
fucking
God.
snowing." Yeah, I won Kern when it was snowing, and I was like, "Oh shit, all right, all right,
I mean,
you beat
there's
us
not
there."
much difference. There's not much difference between snow and 40-degree rain, to tell you the truth. Like,
Yeah. He was telling us though that like everybody wanted the race to be neutralized and they didn't want to race because it started snowing, and then somebody on the team attacked and opened the race, and then it just stayed on for the next 100 something K.
yeah, those are hard days, you know. It's like it's all mentality. If you can
Yeah,
just accept it and then like whatever, do what you have to do to stay warm and fight, you can just literally outfight people. They'll just crack mentally.
yeah. I think I'm gonna have to wear fucking mittens. There's no way that I have like Raynaud's disease, so my hands get super
Oh,
cold. So I'm gonna have
yeah.
to wear like what I was wearing when I was training with you, like straight up mittens with the crab claw, whatever, you know? These
Can
two
you shift
fingers. Yeah, you can shift and break.
and break?
break with one finger.
Yeah, nowadays you can get away with that. Not back then.
No, not back then, but now with the new
No.
SRAM stuff, you can break with one finger, though.
Remember I wanted to call this podcast like rim brakes and
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, what was it? Rim brake versus disc brake or something?
Oh, no, rim brakes and short cranks.
Rim brakes and short
I'd be
cranks,
the
yeah.
rim brakes and you'd be the short cranks.
Oh, dude, I'm actually starting to have second thoughts about short cranks, by the way.
But because you did switch to shorter cranks?
Yeah, I'm on 170s versus 175s from last year. And I don't know, I was feeling like all the little micro accelerations in UAE, like my legs were just loading up with lactate so fast. Like they just felt, I don't know if it's just because I'm like not in my top shape yet, but I don't know, I felt like I was getting abused.
I mean, you don't feel like you can actually accelerate easier with shorter cranks?
I've just never been able to accelerate well, period.
Oh, well, then don't overthink it. I mean, you're just looking for somewhere to place the blame, but it might not be
Yeah.
the cranks.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I need to pull a pull a Levi and just change my bike position every day, you know? Depending on the day, depending on the day, I go longer cranks,
Dude, your
shorter
mechanics will
cranks.
hate you. Take it from me.
Yeah, I can imagine. They would fucking they're already it's already a lot because now we change like, we change gears every day. Like, we go 1
Yeah,
by this chainring size or this chainring size the next day, and we change all this stuff so much. I think with SRAM, it's pretty easy to change around, but still extra work for those guys.
I think maybe the moral of the story is just to stretch more.
Dude, I've ever since
Yeah,
we did ever since we
right.
did the
I'm
podcast
sure
with.
Derek's probably going to be listening. So let's see what you've done since we had our podcast with Derek.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten around to. I've been traveling so much, I haven't been in the gym at all, so I haven't been able to do the upper body or the hanging or all those things that he told me to do, but I have been stretching every day, like
Good.
30 minutes of stretching every day, and then I did activation before all my rides and races, and I genuinely think the activation makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel it. Like, I just feel like as soon as I hop on the bike, everything is firing right, and I feel
Uh-huh.
good. Like, there wasn't a single day where I hopped on the bike and I was like, "Ooh, fuck, I feel shit." Like, I just felt ready to go from the
Hmm.
jump. So, if you're listening out there and you don't do
Yeah.
activation, do some activation. 7
Derek was
minutes.
right.
7 minutes is all it takes to feel good every day.
Are you doing Derek's activation plan? You
Yep.
are.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
awesome.
yeah. So, I'm sure you do the same one now.
Just to remind folks, it's Derek Teal with Dialed Health. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he's created a cycling specific activation plan, right? Seven
Yeah.
minutes is all it took.
7 minutes is all it takes. Like, anybody has 7 minutes before a ride. Even if you're
Hmm.
working and you're fitting in a ride in between work, you can just do 7 minutes of activation and feel way better and go smash your friends.
Yeah, and I mean, supposedly it helps ward off imbalances, and you're activating the bigger, stronger muscles.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know if this has anything to do with activation, but normally my left-right balance is like 52, 48, 53 and a half, 47 and a half, but all of UAE Tour, it was closer to the 51-49.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So a percent or two more balanced.
Yeah. So
Maybe,
that changed when you started doing activation.
yeah, I'll actually have to look back. Let me look back at my training before UAE and see if I'll just pull up Training Peaks really quick and see, because I was doing it literally since that podcast. So I could see, yeah, this is a good, this was a hard day. 4 hours with a bunch of efforts. It was like a race sim. Yeah, 51 and a half, 48 and a half. Normally a workout like this would be 53, 47. Let's see this one.
That's good.
Yeah, 51.4, 48.6. Yeah, so since I've been doing activation, my left right balance has dropped. Yeah, 51 and a half, 48 and a half. That's great.
That is good. I
Those
mean,
visible gains.
yeah, 50-50 is not really, I mean, who's 50-50 all the time? Nobody.
Nobody, unless you have a botched power meter.
Yeah, and maybe even your power meter is the 1% difference, not you.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I also got a new bike fit, after the Alula tour. I was having some, like, horrible saddle pressure pains, like, my pudendal nerve was, like, completely shot. Like, it was fucked. It was
Your what
horrible.
nerve?
The pudendal nerve, it's, like, right there, just right behind your balls, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perineum.
Yeah, exactly, right down there. And so I would, like, get out of the saddle and then sit back in it, and it felt like people were sticking hot knives up there, like, horrible pain. So
Oh God.
I got a new bike fit, changed saddles. Uh, I think we lowered my seat height just a touch and raised my stack, or yeah, we did something to just shift a bit of the pressure,
Hmm.
and that really helped as well, and I looked apparently really, and I also we got some posterior shift or tilt in the pelvis, so I was using a lot more of my glutes, which also might have been a key factor of why I was in so much pain at, or why I was in more pain at UAE Tour, just like muscle wise, was because I'm using a lot more glutes now, like more glutes than I've ever used.
You did something to posteriorly rotate your pelvis?
Yeah, so like rotating it forward,
Oh,
to
that's
open up.
anterior.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
Oh, then anteriorly rotated my pelvis. Yeah. Um, I think so we tilted the nose down,
Hmm.
so that helped like shift the pelvis forward, and yeah, I recruited a lot more glutes, and but these muscles I don't think I've ever used, because even in training, like, fuck, I was so sore, like my ass is just so sore, and then obviously then going to a race and getting that race stimulus and new muscles that you've never used.
Hmm.
Uh, it felt like a lot, but
Do you
I
think that
think it'll
the activation had a lot to do with using your glutes more?
it's possible, but you could, like, when I was getting bike fitted and they were filming me, um, you could clearly see uh, my glute medius, like, was fully getting worked. Even through my bib shorts, you could see it. So I don't know if it was maybe it's a mix of both, but definitely the activation helps with allowing that muscle to fire.
I mean, that's the theory.
That's the theory, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, I can feel it for sure
I
because
mean, if your
during
glutes are sore, that's a good thing.
yeah. So I'm just hoping that as the year progresses and these muscles get more adapted to the stimulus of bike riding, it'll
Hmm.
it'll translate into more power. But at the moment, it feels like I think it's gonna be the case of, like, one small step back is gonna turn into, like, 2 steps forward kinda thing. Because right now it feel like, "Fuck, I just wanna go back to my old position because I had a lot more power where I could just, like, drive more." But now
Yeah.
it feels like, these muscles are a little bit weaker and I'm, like, fatiguing a bit quicker, but I feel like once these muscles get up to speed, it'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, after, whatever, 20-year cycling career, I think my glutes were pretty underdeveloped,
Mm,
and the hip flexors were tight, so like a constant anterior rotation, which is not great. But I've been like recently, I do a lot of Nordic skiing, but recently I've been doing a lot of classic skiing, which requires a really extended hip, kind of like running, but even more so. And I can totally feel how my glutes are engaging more. Like, I just get up in the morning and I'm getting out of bed, I can feel it.
yeah.
So like it's like opening up the front of the hips and then allowing the glutes to have more engagement. It's a big deal.
What is classic skiing? What's
Well, so you watched. I mean, we talked about Klabo,
Yeah,
so you watched
yeah,
some of the Olympics, right?
yeah.
So there's two styles. There's like freestyle or skate,
Mhm.
where they're pushing. It's kind of like speed skating a little bit. They're pushing
Yeah,
off and pulling.
yeah.
And it's classic. They're mainly in the tracks, and it's very diagonal. So
So
it's
that's what
it's kind
that's
of
what
like,
Klaybo's doing when he's running uphill like this.
yeah, like the thing that was all across Instagram of him going uphill at 11 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Like, he
yeah,
was classic. He was striding then.
yeah. That's
So like full on running.
that looks
No, it
incredibly
yeah,
hard.
that plane of motion, and skating has like a side to side motion.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. So
I saw a
you've just been
headline that Uno X is trying to court him.
yeah, yeah, I guess so. I mean, of all the endurance sports, cycling is probably the highest earning endurance sport, I would imagine, right?
Hmm.
So, I
Yeah, I
mean, it
mean,
would make sense for him
I don't
if he
think
could transition.
Yeah, but I mean, he's Norwegian. No, cross country skiing is a huge sport in Norway. He makes a lot of money, I think. Um, but he's also what, 28? It would be pretty tough for him to switch over to cycling. Like,
Yeah.
let's just talk about how it is to ride in the peloton for one thing, if you've never done that. Like,
Yeah, but crazy that Michael Woods made that transition.
yeah, but he was younger, right? Like he was early
No.
20s.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was
Well,
late
he was in his
20s.
was he?
Let me look this up. Can you still see me if I change tabs?
Mike Woods is coming to the
When
Growler. He's going to race
I
the
know, I
Fondo.
saw that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
It's super cool,
He
yeah.
he he should probably win that, I imagine, if he's still in
We'll
the shape
see.
that I remember Mike Woods. When did Mike Woods start cycling? I
I
think
mean,
this
he
was
was he on Rally to start with in the
2013.
US?
Yeah, yeah, he did. He started on Optum, which was Rally.
Right.
Uh, 2013 he started.
Because he was a runner.
Yeah, he was a really good runner. I think
Hmm.
he ran at Michigan, University of Michigan. Okay, he's 39 now, and he
Dang.
started uh what
25,
15?
26.
Yeah, 15 years ago. Yeah, mid 20s, mid late 20s. So yeah, you're
That's when
right.
he started riding like racing a bike.
Yeah, his first year racing on Pro Cycling Stats shows 2013.
But he must have obviously raced. You don't just like go straight from running into even being on
He was
Rally. Like
he was no,
he
he
had
was
to,
Conti. 2013 he was Conti. He
but he
rode
had to
for
do some amateur races before then.
I don't know, 20 was on, or I guess, yeah, 2015 he was on Optum Kelly Benefit Strategies. But yeah, I think
Anyway, I mean,
the
clearly Clavo has the engine. There's no doubt about it. But
yeah,
to to like transition I mean, he's got like well trained lats and core, like amazing.
mm,
You're not gonna need that so much on the bike.
mm.
And you got to put it all into the quads. It would take a couple of years just for that to happen and for his
I'd be
skills to
I'd be curious
develop.
to see how he would be as a time trialist.
Yeah,
Because I feel like
but
time trialing is something that you could transition into a lot quicker than bunch riding,
yeah.
like road racing. But no,
Anyway,
that guy's an incredible athlete. I would
oh
love to know
yeah,
what his VO2 max is.
yeah. As long as the machine is calibrated correctly,
Yes, come
apparently.
on. Come on.
Norwegians like to bump it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. 100 and what did this guy say it was?
Yeah,
110 or something? Yeah, right. You'd
but
have to be
also,
doing 600 watts for
I
20
mean, do you
minutes.
guys test VO2 max? Nobody really pays attention to it because it
No,
doesn't really.
it's a useless measure when whether you are 75 or 95, it doesn't matter.
It's all about power to weight at different time intervals and power to CDA at different time intervals.
Yeah,
That's really what it comes
and
down to.
fatigue resistance. Like,
Hmm.
talk about a guy who, in a race like UAE Tour, where it's like super low KJs into just a power test essentially. Luke Plapp, who got third on GC at UAE Tour, this guy is like perfect at these types of races. Like
Hmm.
low fatigue accumulation into just who can do the most watts per kilo. He also showed this in the Tour de France last year when that mountain time trial, when I think he was like top 5 or something.
Hmm.
He did some crazy performance. Um, but then you go to a GC like Paris-Nice or Dauphiné, it's harder for him to perform there because you do multiple mountain passes before the final climb. So I mean, there's a lot of things in cycling that you need to tick every box basically to be a GC rider.
Yeah, that's true.
You think that was your biggest attribute? Was your fatigue resistance?
It's that's a good question. I think day to day I was really good. Like I never cracked, but I did suffer on like some of the biggest, hardest mountain stages where it was like 7 hour stage. I can remember in the Giro one year, like just super hard stage, 7 hours, and it wasn't my best day. And I
Mm,
mean, I ended up fourth in the Giro that year, but
mhm.
that day cost me the podium. So that's also fatigue resistance. But then, I just was always there every day. Never
Yeah.
had a bad day.
Yeah, so day in, day out, you were really good. Like, you never had a really, really bad day, but on some of the
Yeah.
hardest days, you would maybe
And
struggle a
I'd
little bit.
never had like explosivity or fast twitch fibers. I could never really just pop an attack. And I think that was part of it. Like those kind of efforts ruin you.
Yeah.
I can think of guys that would just one day they were just so explosive, and then the next day like where you'd have to like scroll down the results to find them, like
Yeah.
Vino was like that a little bit. Like one day amazing, next day just gruppetto.
Yeah. You know that
Yeah.
you're still on like top 5 all time on Els Angels in Girona, like the most famous climb in all of Spain,
Well,
pretty
I
much.
I think we went up it in Catalunya. That's why.
You did this in a training ride, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I got an email today of some guy who commented on your ride because I commented on it. And
No, that
then
that was that was Catalunya. I saw that.
yeah, you saw
You
that?
commented on it. Yeah, that was Catalunya. Look at the average speed.
I thought you were just fucking hacking around training.
No, no, that was I remember that day because I don't know, I'll tell you a little story. Maybe I already told you this, but
Tell me again, I probably forgot.
Paris Nice. This was 2012. Paris Nice. 2 days to go. It's me, Wiggins, and Valverde battling for the win. And the last
Yeah.
stage was a time trial up Col de Vence, up the Haute Corniche in Nice. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know the road, but it's
Yeah.
famous road overlooking.
This is the
Any
Moyenne Corniche, or
no, it was the Haute Corniche, the high one.
oh, the high one that goes to, yeah, the backside of
It goes
whatever
above.
it's called.
It's Col
The
d'Ez.
Madone.
It's above Ez.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, it
Yeah,
was
I
an
know where
uphill
this
time
is.
trial, which was like my forte. I
Mhm.
definitely wouldn't have beat Wiggins. Wiggins was on a year that year. He won Paris Nice, he won Dauphiné, he won the Tour de France, he won the Olympics. He was going to win.
Mm.
I would think I would have got second. So I was battling Valverde. It's 2 days to go. We're fighting in this descent, and one of Valverde's teammates T-bones me in a switchback because he was panicking to get to the front with the rest of his teammates. Breaks my bike. I can't get back because it's the last descent. We're finishing in Nice. It's like 10K to go. So I completely lose the GC, and it was it Movistar then? Anyway, it was Movistar. They completely attacked. Like the guy crashed, broke my bike, and they just like hit the gas and went, which was everyone in the peloton. Like I remember
What the
G was like, "What the hell? That's lame."
yeah.
And so I was like, I was burnt. So then a week later, we're at Catalunya, and this is stage one, and this is the Strava file you're looking at. I just didn't title it the race. I just uploaded it.
Yeah, it's 162 Ks, 4 hours, 39.8 K an hour average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Catalunya. It was a World Tour race.
Yeah.
Anyway, first stage, we're coming to the feed zone. It's windy, and I hear on the radio, I'm on Quick Step. The director's like, "Hey, Valverde's sitting last wheel," and it was hard, like it was strung out. And I'm not totally proud of this, but I told my teammates, I'm like, hit the gas. And we snapped him off. He ended up losing like half an hour and he
Fuck.
quit. He quit and went home.
I think I remember you telling me this story. That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean, I'm not
God.
above it. I guess I was like, okay,
No,
this is my chance. And we like blasted through the feed zone, and normally, people would yell at you, but it was so fresh in everyone's mind that they totally understood what was happening.
yeah. No,
Anyway, we
that
raced
is
up the
good.
backside of Els and we finished in Girona. So it was a
How
full-on
many
race.
guys went over how many guys went over the top with you
I
over
mean,
Els,
surprise. I
if
mean,
you remember?
dude, that thing in a race doesn't do anything. Like there was probably 50 of us.
Yeah,
I
but
was just one
fuck
of the
man, you
very
went fast
few.
over it.
Yeah, I was one of the very few using Strava. That's why.
In
Yeah.
2012, nobody used Strava?
Mm-mm. I
Shit,
think
man.
in that race there might have been 3 of us. Like Lawrence Tendam and maybe Ted King was there.
This guy in the comments said Baniagua, and you said C.
Yeah.
That's
It
hilarious.
was 2012. It wasn't 2002.
Yeah. 100%. It's funny
Different
he would
answer.
ask you that 6 years ago. He asked you that.
I
Paniagua.
did. That's funny because the year I won the Dauphiné, we went up Mont Ventoux,
Oh, no way.
and it was the very first Garmin that came out. This is like 2005,
Mm-hmm.
6. It was a big Garmin, and the Strava wasn't around, but I had this Garmin because I was like, this thing's so cool. It's GPS. It shows the elevation and everything. Like,
Yeah.
and I had it on that day. And later, when Strava became a thing, imported it from my Garmin account,
Oh, that's cool.
and I had the KOM up Ventoux. But
No
this is
way.
like 2006, and I was preparing for the Tour de France, and
Oh, wait,
you know,
I mean,
people
I wish I
started.
could.
No, I took it down.
Oh, all right.
I took it
Yeah.
down because this
Yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
People were like, "What the fuck?"
Do
I'm like,
you
"All
remember
right, whatever."
you remember Do you remember, bro? You're hilarious. Do you remember how fast you went up it?
Ah, I mean, it was a road stage, so it wasn't as fast as Iban Mayo. Oh, I guess Pogacar has the record now, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you think you went faster than Pogacar?
No, no, God, no. No, no,
Hey,
because
it was 2006.
yeah, yeah. Don't ask me to explain, but that's just how good Pogacar is.
Yeah.
But no, it was certainly less than an hour. And this is from, I guess it would be from the corner. You haven't done it yet, but there's
Hey,
a
hey, hey!
corner.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it
You've
twice
done
in the
one
Ventoux
too?
challenge. Yeah, man, I
Oh,
raced up
okay.
this shit. I had to pull all the way to Chalet Renard. This is one of my greatest moments of my
To
career.
Chalet Renard?
Yeah, first time up, I pulled all the way up to Chalet Renard. I had the peloton in one line.
That's the hardest section.
I know. It was
It's
fucking
like
awesome.
straight and steep in the forest, dude. In
Yeah, dude.
July, there's
I'll
no
send
wind in
you.
there.
I'll send you. I think the race was in August. I'll send you the clip over text. It's pretty cool, bro. The helicopter just shows me on the front pulling, and I have the peloton in a line. It's pretty awesome.
Good for you.
Yeah, but it didn't take a lot of watts. It's just because it's kind of shallow, so we were going fast. Um,
But
Let me
to
see if
Chalet
I can.
Renard is not shallow. That's
Yeah,
the steep part.
no, no, no. I don't.
Did you go up the
Ventoux.
traditional way or the other? There's like
We
three
went up.
ways up.
Yeah, we went up two different ways. The first way
Hmm.
was pretty shallow, and then the second way was steep and hard through the forest. And
Yeah,
I
that's
was
the
already
traditional way.
off the back.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, this shit's hard. Let me look on my phone. Keep talking. Entertain the people while I left
Anyway, we
race.
had, I think it was 2004, there was a time trial up it.
In the tour.
And no, no, Dauphiné. Iban
Oh,
Mayo won
Dauphin.
the time trial and he obliterated everybody. He beat Lance and Tyler and me and yeah,
That's crazy.
everybody. He was
That is crazy.
flying. In fact,
A
I remember being at the
50-minute uphill
top.
time trial.
Yeah, his time was like 55 minutes.
Okay, I found the
I think
file.
Pogacar has like 53 something now.
Found the file. Let me
I've certainly
see.
gone under an hour, but that's probably it.
Let me see if I can find this. It should have a check mark next to it, shouldn't it?
What are you looking for?
My
Oh,
time.
the segment?
On two, first half, 2 kilometer 13. Oh God.
The real way is when you come out of Bedouin and it's kind of open and it's like 2%, but then when you hit the
Hmm.
forest, there's a hard left turn, and that's where it really starts.
I think this is Devon 2 from Salt. Can you
Yeah,
see?
that's a different way. I
Anyway,
can't see it, but
1 hour and 6 seconds. 23.8 k/h average, so pretty fast.
is that like the side from the
It's
east?
it's 4.9% average.
Oh
It's
yeah,
from
that's or from
the
the north.
it's SAULT is the name of the town where the climb starts from.
Yeah, but I don't remember. Is that the town on the north side of it
Never
or on the east?
east
Yeah,
east
I've never
side.
been up that side.
Mm. And
But you do
then
come in. You come in just below Chalet Renard, and then you take a right.
correct. The second time we came up it from
Bedouin.
Bedouin. Bedouin.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
that's like the iconic way.
yeah.
That's the
Through
hard
the
way.
through the forests. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was difficult. Took me an
that's the
hour
way
and
they did it in
18
the tour
minutes.
last year.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think I remember when I was watching that. I was like, yeah, I do remember the bottom of that. But I was already in Gruppetto, so I was going easy.
Oh, dude, that's so hard in there. The last
Yeah.
5K are much easier
Yeah. Seriously, the bottom is
when
the
it's
hardest
like
part.
open, it's shallow.
Although it was pretty windy and it was like a headwind, and it was just
Hmm.
like took forever to get to the top.
Yeah, but at least you can sit on the wheel a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't a big gruppetto though, I'll tell you that. I was like, I barely made time cut, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like
My
you
a
were pulling.
my average race speed was 31 k/h average.
Oh yeah,
Two times
that's a big mountain day.
yeah, let me see how many meters it was. It was
5.
160K, 4,500 meters.
Yeah, that's a big day. No wonder your average speed is so low.
Yeah, 2 times up on 2s. That'll get you.
Yeah. So what's next? Oh,
Yeah,
Kern Brussels
so
Kern.
yeah, I leave tomorrow. I do Kern, Brussels, Kern. Well, so first off, tomorrow I get to go pick up Maddie from the airport.
Nice.
Yeah, my girlfriend's coming to visit for a few weeks. She's gonna get her first taste of bike racing at opening weekend in the VIP tent with George and a bunch of his friends. So that'll be nice. Hopefully they show her a good time.
Yeah, she's gonna
Um,
get some frites and some Belgian beer. Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah,
great.
she's excited. She loves beer, so she's excited
Mussels.
to have
They
a
do mussels really well.
mussels.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Belgians know how to do their beer. their chocolate, their frites, and their mussels.
All right. Good. Then she'll get some good food, some good beer, and then she heads to Nice to visit my sister, because she's living there now with Kevin.
Hmm.
And then I race uh GP Samin, or Inama Samin, some Belgian one day. It's only a 1.1, so it's not the highest level race, but
Oh, don't buckle up. It's still going to
yeah,
be
it's
brutal.
still gonna be fucking brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we drive like an hour and a half up to Mang, France, and we do Roubaix recon the next day. And then I fly back super late that night back into Barcelona and meet back up with Maddie. And then have a couple weeks in Girona, chill, training, eating good food. Maddie's a great cook, so I'm excited
Yeah.
to have some fresh meals at home. Not chicken and rice. Literally today I had rice and salmon, and that was it.
Just
Excited for that.
let UAE form carry, like just stay fresh and healthy. This is a time not to push yourself.
Yeah, I really just want to stay healthy. That's the main thing. So if I have to let off the gas a little bit, then I let off the gas a little bit, because I'm not gonna detrain and get unfit. I
No.
have a pretty good base. I didn't
Oh
have a
yeah.
single setback the entire winter. I've made it through 2 stage races. My first World Tour race. I'm healthy. I have such a good base where I can just build off of that slowly,
L-
and I'll
Yeah.
be all right.
Less is more right now, for sure.
Yeah, just hit the intensity, like 2 3 hour days with good intensity, some 40/20s, and I'll be sorted. And then yeah, and then I do Knocker course, Cokeside Classic, Scale de Price, Roubaix. So busy, but really exciting. It's the real deal now.
My boy's becoming a man.
Yeah, I'm becoming a man.
Dude, those are
Uh,
some gnarly races.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be the real deal. So I'll keep you updated how it goes.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, it's been an
Sick.
hour, so
It's been an hour. I think that's where we call it
we
quits.
let people go.
Yeah.
If they've
Well,
made it
thanks,
this
bro.
far.
Yeah, if they made it this far, probably
Yeah.
5 guys are listening till now, but whatever.
Whatever, I get to talk to you. It's all worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth it. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It was
Yeah.
nice to catch up.
Yeah, you too. Talk to you later.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.